welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
Remember the comment he made?
I got some bars to these.
Run Ryan.
Ryan.
And the other thing, you have players out there.
I think the fellas will take it more serious.
No way. What grade?
That one I don't know.
Yes, because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United are
Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United. Fellas, we back in winning ways. A very important 3 points. I think in moving us closer to securing top 4. You know? But I realized that throughout this season, you know, Manchester United, the players, you know, seem to like to send, you know, us fans on a kind of roller coaster ride. You know, because when we low, we will be real low. You know, you talk about 7-0, 5-2, 6-3, 4-0, drawing 2-all with crap teams like Spurs. Them kind of lows now. Right? And then you're talking about, you know, the highs. You know, I don't think we have lost 2 games on the bounce this season. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You know? And then our next high we in 2 finals. Well, we was in 1 final, we win our final, the Carabao Cup. And then in our next final, the FA Cup, you know, sometimes we playing some real good football. And then on the club front now, another high, the Glazers want to sell. You know, Sheikh Jassim want to buy and wipe out all the debt and invest in the stadium, invest in Carrington, training facilities, you know, bring us back up to speed on the facilities level now. Mm-hmm. Right? And then the Glazers don't want to sell. I'm telling you, it's a real roller coaster season we having on all fronts, you know. But I guess what the saying goes, all is well that ends well. And I mean, my interpretation of ending well is top 4. You know, we already had the Carabao Cup in the bag, FA Cup trophy, you know, and stopping any hope of City doing a treble, and the full sale of the clubs to the Qataris. That is my end well. So once we end like that, then all is well, as far as I'm concerned. You know, yeah. And you know, another interesting thing is since losing to Brighton on match day 1, right? And I think that was a home game. Manchester United has taken 34 of a possible 45 points in the Premier League. Only that's real good.
Yeah.
You understand? Anyway, fellas, what we say, Nico? What going on?
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, man. As you say, in all what you talk about, you know, the constant was the Old Trafford form. You know, I think we had a roller coaster. We were having a roller coaster all over. I think the form at Old Trafford has been very consistent, and I think our Old Trafford form, and knowing we have more home games to play than away games for the rest of the season, I think top 4 more or less should be secured. I don't want to get too naive about it, too complacent about it. But I think our home form, you know, I mean, I can't even remember. I mean, with Fergie, yes, but in a long time, Old Trafford being a fortress where teams were fearful to come to United, you know, to Old Trafford, you know, thinking that the form them fellas on, most likely we in for a beating. You know, I think teams coming knowing now that it will be a tough game. You know, I think before teams to come say, nah, them right for the killing at home. You know, let we put them under pressure, let we put them on the back foot. But now teams setting up different at Old Trafford. And to me, that has been, you know, what has been consistent outside our only roller coaster for the season so far.
Yeah. What are you saying, Lion?
Yeah, I just watched how Villa play today, and Villa didn't play their usual game.
Plenty teams have seen that with.
Yeah, as Nico
we talk about Brighton. We even talk about Brighton recently.
Yeah. When it comes to Old Trafford now is a difference. Teams not trying to run down the football, right? They're playing more conservative because they know at home we have the crowd noise too, right? I'm kind of glad to see that Old Trafford has become a fortress once again. And I hope we can go unbeaten for the rest of the season at Old Trafford especially.
Yeah, because I think last season our away form was real good,
Yeah.
and the home form was real suspect. But
Even during
this season,
COVID and all, the away form was
yeah,
real good.
yeah. So as you
They-
say, like, it really good to know now that Old Trafford is becoming a fortress. Slowly but surely. Yeah, Nico.
Yeah.
No, the team I was talking about was Brentford. When Brentford came to Old Trafford, Brentford high flying, and when Brentford came to Old Trafford, season before Brentford was attacking, but
Yeah.
this season, the last game when we played Brentford wasn't the Brentford that we have seen throughout the season.
I was in shock to see how they sit back.
Exactly. So
Right.
that just to tell you how that fear factor, back at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Aston Villa, because I think coming into this game, they haven't lost, they didn't lose. They were on a pretty good run. They were running at teams. You understand? They beat Newcastle, and then you come to Old Trafford and you sit back. I mean, I wouldn't say sit back, but they didn't play. Yeah, but they didn't play with that kind of,
Confidence.
drive and confidence. Yeah, that's we accustomed seeing them.
They played in such a way that if we were clinical, they could have got a bargain because they played us
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
And it wasn't for all that miscontrol that Rashford do in front here.
Yeah.
They would have got a bag. Yeah. And I was shocked because they didn't change that strategy at all.
It's something that I was saying before, and I was kind of concerned. I think I'd mentioned it to Nick. I can't remember. I know for sure I had said it in the last show that a tactic of a team could be, just stay in the game, right, and know that after an hour, them fellas and them gonna start to drop off, So I don't know if Villa was kind of playing that kind of strategy just to stay in the game, try not to concede, for about an hour, and then when we started tired, then start pepper.
I think they tried
At least that. But I mean,
they still weren't effective.
we were really good. We were really good for that first half, especially, and then I mean the normal drop a little bit, but at least the drop wasn't as
Like
bad
Spurs
as it
drop.
was against Spurs.
Testing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No,
on
that's
the
it.
inside.
Perfect. I think we are the only team that actually stopped Villa from scoring a goal under Unai Emery.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
And another clean sheet for the hair.
Yeah. 15.
That man got the most clean sheets and still can't get into the Premier League team of the season, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Man United playing, that's what it's be. Anybody saw the Liverpool Spurs game, the jump kick, skip guy in the face, and that fella ain't he got yellow, he didn't get
yellow.
The man who was supposed to get a red card scored the winning goal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You understand? So it's only Man United players I realize just get them kind of calls and miss 4.
Yeah, that was it.
Miss 4 or 5
that was
games.
off.
I have to do something with it.
Real rubbish. Yeah.
Sometimes when you are powerful, once the decisions just go away. Right?
Well, let me get some comments here, fellas. Kid on the inside. Good night, fellas. Short staff tonight. No, we just normally run 4 or 5, so we good. Arun, good night to you. Thanks for joining in, man. All right, guys, don't forget to like and share the podcast, to get more people in on the content, right? Appreciate it. Anderson on the inside, good night, John, to you. The magic number is 11 points. So this is how much we need. We need 11 more points to secure top 4. That's what you're saying there, Anderson. All right. Rishi on the inside, good night, man. He's saying, Nico, we have an even split, 3 home and 3 away.
But that would have been before today's game, Rishi. So before today's game, it would have been 4 at home and 3 away. So I guess after today's game, it's 3-3 now.
Right. And he's saying now 9 points to secure top 4. Right. And we always getting Jones as to how Newcastle going down, and we feel we could pick back up 3rd spot. I think it's still in our hands. We have a game in hand and
It's
we
in
are
our
point
hands.
behind them,
Yeah,
right?
no.
Newcastle still got to play Arsenal, so I don't mind that.
All right, nice,
We
nice.
Arsenal
So
going.
that would be a
Let me
good.
shut.
That
Let me
could,
shut the
You
help.
don't get this Arsenal. You will Arsenal good. And you're top
no, but
five.
I don't. But to be honest with you, I like this top four. Let us top four stay and juggle around, right? City first, Arsenal second. You know, we third, Newcastle fourth. I don't mind. Let's don't let Liverpool come into this mix, right?
Nah.
Kenan saying here we did 9 points for Champions League step by step because Liverpool lurking. Yeah, and if Spurs didn't bottle it, right, can have a little more breathing space. Christian on the inside, he's saying that Brighton side have some good players. I find that young 19-year-old Paraguayan fella. What's his name again?
Yeah, and
something.
in this score, I think that's his name. Yeah.
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 That's it.
I,
And see so.
and Ciso.
Yeah.
Because all I realized that game where Brighton played yesterday, plenty of their first team players didn't start. Like this man are really getting ready for Man United, you know?
Yeah.
Chad.
The man had Wolves were 4-love up by the first half.
Yeah.
And that was a heavily rotated Brighton team.
Yeah.
But too bad over them.
Yeah, boy.
I see those on the bench. I like when
McAllister, he didn't start like that.
When I see them coming on, I say, but wait, them fellas wasn't playing.
Yeah, boy. And they still hit Spurs 4 in the first half.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. No, watch man. Brighton, the Zerbi or whatever his name is, he ready to take revenge next week for that final. For that semi.
Yeah, and they're coming out.
Yeah, they'll come real hard at me. Right? Everson on the inside, good night, man. Thanks for joining. Glory, Man United. Yeah. Dixian on the inside, thanks for joining.
Good night.
Dixian. Yeah. Jody on the inside, blessed night to you. He says just Villa. Yeah.
Now we're talking about
watch the game today, son. I think Jody watched the game today too, so that means that curse broken, eh? Alright? So yeah. Kieran saying here watching the game today, I said last podcast that Rashford isn't that clinical, so the idea of him staying as a striker is debatable. Yeah, fair. Right, but I think he's still a good option, you know, especially when you want to, play in behind a team. You know?
No,
I want Arsenal to go ahead.
I got a slight feeling that Harry Kane and Rashford may work well together, but that's just me.
I watched Kane put some balls today, boy. I say, hey, this man, he could really link up our play, boy. And he could use both feet too, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oi, just public service announcement. Chat. If Chelsea get relegated, don't be surprised, okay?
Nah, man, oh gosh.
Don't be surprised if Chelsea get relegated.
How much million?
Chelsea still got to play us. They still got to play Arsenal. They still got to play Newcastle, and they still got to play Manchester City, okay?
Wait, who them playing?
Take that in mind, okay? Don't be surprised if Chelsea fighting for relegation come Super Sunday, you hear? Super Sunday will be real interesting, you hear?
Who they playing next, Phil, is Arsenal.
Yeah, they got to play Arsenal on Tuesday, and for some reason I want that game to draw. But if Chelsea nick it, then boy.
You see how that burn though.
How much they spend again? How much million? 600 million?
100 million in January, boy.
I could barely win that game.
The man spent 600 million in January. Talking about money. If anybody wants to know what's going on with the bids for United, a third and final bid have been submitted by both parties, Ineos and the Qataris. But it's also said that Ineos wants to have the Glazers stay at United, which the fans don't want. And Ineos also had to borrow $3 billion as well. As
we already submitted a
So yeah. Anyway, back to today.
Yeah, I think we'll get into to that talk, pretty soon. If not today, very, very soon because a lot happening,
Correct.
right? Yeah. Nigel on the inside, he's saying one Nico's saying about Shaw these days.
Nah, boy, Shaw finding position, but nah, Shaw a different level of gravy
My
in that centre back.
my only issue with Shaw is that sometimes Shaw still thinks he's a left wing back playing at centre back, right? So when he rushes forward and leaves Lindelof by himself, you don't really want that, right? But he manages to recover because of his pace, right? So,
but I guess Martinez will do the same. So I guess that is the style of football.
Martinez will rush forward like Shaw. Shaw still thinks he's playing left back. That's what we're trying to say.
Okay.
Right.
But I mean, all in all, from what we've seen from Shaw and Lindelof, I mean, the hole in the end.
Nah, I tell you, Maguire, remember we talked that. Maguire had no chance in that team.
The last time Maguire started was versus Sevilla. I was so puzzled as to why Maguire
errors galore. No, but even after that, before that Sevilla game, the Nottingham Forest game, even though we won that game, it had plenty nervy moments when you back with Maguire there.
Of course.
I see that man coming out today and say, "Oh gosh."
Even the Villa fans and all was singing, thinking that something might have worked for them. But question, fellas, right? I think the Shaw Lindelof partnership, based on what you see so far, is it giving you all, the Varane Martinez kind of surety, security, confidence?
No.
It's like a B-Tech. It's like a B-Tech version.
Yeah.
I need to see that
for me, no. Yeah, for me, no. Go ahead, Lion.
Well, Lindelof playing real footballer.
Lindelof was I didn't see the entire game, but from what I saw, Lindelof was my man of the match today.
Yes, he was. He real play football. Like.
I will not argue with that, but also Casemiro could have been my man.
Casemiro looked good. We saw the Casemiro coming back.
I can slightly give it to Lindelof because of that goal line clearance from
Bruno.
So slightly, yeah.
Now the goal scorer is always good, but back to the question, fellas. What kind of security? How far off Varane and Martinez? I think Luke Shaw and Victor Lindelof is in terms of that kind of confidence, security, surety, that kind of thing. Now,
I solid 8 out of 10. I solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 with Varane and Martinez being 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Phil?
I ain't going so high. I definitely see, because let's be real, both of them, from what I've seen, don't know how to marshal a defense, right? And by marshal a defense, I mean have a defense organized, right? Telling your wing backs to push forward a little bit more because you want to play an offside trap. I still think Victor Lindelof still needs to be a bit more physical. He doesn't have that much pace on him. And that's where, the likes of Varane and Martinez, I feel a bit more comfortable with. Like I said, it's a B-Tech version of Lindelof. Lindelof and Shaw are the B-Tech versions of Varane and Martinez. And B-Tech doesn't really mean it's a bad thing, but this. They're more reliable than like a
Maguire and anybody.
Maguire
and anybody.
Maguire and insert this defender here.
Yeah, Maguire and anybody.
You put Thanos in the back with Maguire and he will make Thanos love all them ringing.
Oh yeah. Maguire will be the guy to snap his fingers and Thanos.
I think one of the blots in the copybook was that Spurs game. I think in the second half, as long as the entire team was poor, I think we were really exposed in that second half.
That was more wing back problem, man.
Yeah, but I find
and even
Dalo.
I find assertiveness. Well, I mean, in terms of, as Phil was saying, in terms of Marshall in the back line, I think it needs some work with that. So that Spurs game, I had a bit of a sore spot with that. But then again, when I check the Brighton game, 0-0. Then I check today's game and a high flying Villa, the whole one as well. So I
and
get
here,
him a
Nico,
passing grade.
and on top of that, I find you and Phil say Lindelof wasn't too, but I find he dealt with Ollie Watkins very,
No, I
very
tell
excellently today. Eh?
you, actually, he was my man of the match. He was my
only
man of
one
the match
lesson.
today.
No,
Only one attack us.
here's the thing, right? I know Victor Lindelof has come out earlier this year and said he deserves first team playing time, right? And at the end of the day, as a football player, you have to understand when you go to certain clubs, you're either going to be starting or on the bench, right? If we can convince Victor Lindelof to maybe stay, he can be a good backup center back. That's just my thing, right? We still have to look for center backs in the summer because we have to
Agreed.
offer at least 3 or 4 center backs within the next 4 or 5 months. But Victor Lindelof will make a very good backup center back, and he's proven it right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The key is
I think
Gareth Maguire. That is the key. Not Gareth Maguire.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
That's-
you got a
No, but-
rotation for Lindelof, but Gareth Maguire, boy.
But I think Lindelof is proven to Ten Hag, his reliability, his ability as well. So I mean, if he were to stay, I think Ten Hag will have a little more faith and trust in him.
Yeah.
Lion, so let me bring you in on this one, right? And I mean, after you, we can make the wrongs. So, opinion a scenario here. Use Ten Hag. And,
He's 10 high, he got shake the head.
right? So, FA Cup finals. Varane declared fit. You're making any changes to your centre back pairing? Because we don't X out Maguire from the side, right? Maguire on the bench, right? Wherever. But you have Luke Shaw and Lindelof continuing in this vein of form and how they're doing. But Varane is now available for the final. What are you doing?
As according to Varane play games before. But I not just going through him in that final just so. I play in Lindelof and I'm sure as usual. The only person I will be worried about is Malacia. Yeah. But in that case, it might have a chance that both of them play together and Shaw go as a left back. But I rather just continue with Lindelof and Shaw.
Yeah, what you saying, Nico?
To be honest, normally when Varane come back, he's a little rusty. But, right, I started him. I started him to at least, you see, going back to Phil's point again, you see the assertiveness, the ability to marshal our backline, that leadership quality. I don't think we have that in the team, and as as rusty as Varane as we coming back, I think he have a little bit more qualities to start, than Lindelof. I think his experience as well. I think his ability to as a winner. I think he bring that as well. So for me, as a tougher decision it could be, I'll go buy the bullet because I could justify it. I think I could justify that decision to play Varane and Shaw. Center.
Ooh, so Lindelof, you're sacrificing Lindelof the way?
Yeah. It's tough, but
yeah,
that is where it go be. That is where it go be.
Yeah. Who you going with, Phil? Nico point of view or Lion?
I understand where Nico is coming from, definitely. But to piggyback off of something Lion said, not Lindelof, Varane has to be playing maybe 3 or 4 games prior to that FA Cup final. And that's where you assess to see how fit he is, how in sync he is, how in sync he is.
Match fit. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. So fitness and being in sync with not only his fellow centre back and wing backs, but also like the midfield and strikers as well too. Right. Varane is probably one of the best readers of the football game I've ever seen in the last decade. I'll probably have to go with Lion's point because I just don't want to rush Varane back into a FA Cup final just for that. I saw how Pochettino did it with Harry Kane in the Champions League final when Harry Kane had played no part in any of the semifinals leading up to Liverpool versus Spurs, right? So I would definitely go back with Lindelof and Shaw. Now, bear in mind, going up to the FA Cup final, you got to see if Lindelof and Shaw still keep up these consistent performances, right? Because that's the key now. Because if any of them had to, let's say, slip up, right? I would have to put Varane back in there just to say, hey, you slip up, Varane is back. You got to work back for your place. Another point I'm going to make as well is, and this may be more on Malacia, right? Because Malacia has been very inconsistent these last couple of games. Should Malacia then be slipping up and doing foolishness, then you're kind of going to say to Luke Shaw, well, I can put you back at left back, who I feel more comfortable with, and Varane and Lindelof would then be partnered for the FA Cup final. And Wan-Bissaka is a must as well too. So
yeah, but I don't know why he keeps doing. Anyway.
Yes, what about Dalo playing on the left? And
this is just me, and I may get some stick for this year, but I don't feel comfortable with Dalo playing on the left. I know he can play left back, but for some reason I just don't feel comfortable.
But Dalo play for AC Milan. Most of Dalo games AC Milan on the left.
Why AC Milan is signing permanently? Why did they send him back to us?
I don't know. I don't know if he was for sale. He was for sale.
I think it was open. It was open. But I'm glad I didn't sign him because he doing good for us. You know, he's very versatile.
Yeah, and then to one more point is that Varane did it for the World Cup. You know, Varane was injured for United, went to the World Cup and reached the World Cup final. And there are series of games when for us is a one-off game now. So I guess it could go anyway. You know, a series of games could mean he build match fitness. When a one-off game, you know, he mightn't show again now.
No, if Varane does start for the FA Cup final, I won't be disappointed. I'll be like, okay, cool. I see something in training, so go for it.
What had me thinking, because I mean, like Nico, knowing what the qualities that Varane bring, I would have bring him back in, because I mean, from the last game of the Premier League till the FA Cup final, I think it's about a week or so. So imagine a week of full training, you know, working on tactical things with Varane, you know. I mean, I know match fitness is a different thing, but being able to have that kind of player in your back line is a massive boost, right? So, and then to, you know, Ten Hag always talking about his, you know, leadership skills, his ability to organize a defense, that kind of thing. And we saw him and Shaw as the partnership against Barcelona, and we did excellently, right? So I was going with that. And then what was my next consideration was this Malacia thing, and I think you all talked on it. You know, if we go with Lindelof and Shaw, do we trust Malacia or do we go with Dalo and all that kind of thing? When, you know, so it's a lot to kind of for Ten Hag, you know, if we are, there's a lot to think about now. But I will go with
who's play on the right for City? Mahrez.
No, Mahrez.
Yeah.
Mahrez, I don't trust Malacia versus Mahrez. I don't.
You just start with
sometimes it could be Mahrez, sometimes it could be Bernardo. You don't know who you're getting.
Bernardo, I barely hear about Bernardo this season, boy.
Nah, he play.
He like floats and he all over. He playing all over that pitch.
Before we move on, guys, let me just get some of the comments. All right. Anderson saying here, Brighton have 7 games remaining. If they win all, will be Brighton have 7 more games. How much more we have?
We got 30. We played 32, so we got
6.
We got 6 more games.
So Brighton play one game less than us.
Yeah.
The table.
They're on 32. I just check the table.
Yeah, we played 32. Brighton is 31. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teams like Spurs and Aston Villa got 4 more games left, you know. And Brentford.
Wow. Yeah, so he's saying here, Brighton, if they win all their 7, will be 21 points plus 52 is 73. We on 63. If we get 11, we'll be 74. All right. So winning. So let me just win that game against Brighton and
Keep them out.
that whole math equation will change up.
Yeah.
You know. Jody saying here, plus I want Chelsea get relegated. Yeah, that could be something, you know. After spending $600 million.
It's Tuchel keeping Chelsea up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I hope and pray these idiots don't fire Frank Lampard before they play us. They would do something.
Most likely that will happen.
And they come out and say they're not going to fire him, they'll trust him 300 season. Pochettino just stolen before you agree anything because you want to see whether they're going to get relegated or not.
Let's see. So the team number 18, Leicester, is on 29 points and Chelsea is on 39. They got Chelsea got real points to drop, boy. But I don't know. I just
let me get relegated.
I know they didn't get relegated, but I mean,
on a real though,
they could be coming close.
On a real though, everybody beating Chelsea and I don't see how Chelsea scoring. I know they ain't gonna get relegated, but this is gonna be real close. Trust me, they might finish 17th.
Because I can't see Wolves passing Chelsea. I can't see Wolves passing Chelsea.
Why are they beat them recently?
Wolves doing foolishness as well too. Only
Wolves beat them. Oh, you mean passing them? Oh,
yeah. Wolves on 37 points. Only maybe Nottingham Forest and maybe Nottingham, Leeds, and West Ham could pass Chelsea. But anyway, that's a different conversation for a different time. I don't care about Chelsea.
I wish they would.
Yeah. Awesome. Nigel saying here, Shaw and Victor, boy, that is all I saying. Yeah, they're doing a real good job. They have been good since they've been installed. All right, and sometimes they thank God for the little small mercies because Maguire, if Maguire didn't get suspended for the FA Cup semis, we'll still be here talking about not mess Maguire doing, but so. Anderson saying here, if was more games, Chelsea would be in the relegation zone, but the game's running out. So they will survive. They will survive. Kaden saying here, mathematically Chelsea safe, but they can sink.
But
deeper.
they could be in the Premier League next season. That's the thing.
Yeah.
17th. That would be good. I don't see Nicole Chelsea partners in the chat at all. But
Nah, none of them. The stop message man. Stop flood my phone. Facebook, I get nothing. I forget Chelsea exists and all.
JP on the inside, he's saying just popping in. Best night to you, man. Big 3 points. Yes, had some big performances too. Yeah, man. Later, thanks for joining, buddy. Nigel saying here, Glazers and Sir Jim out. Yeah, by them some kind of colluding taking place there to make sure the Qataris get through by.
For sure.
Ria Ramutan, the inside, thanks for joining. She's saying Qataris over Sir Jim and the Glazers any day. Yeah, and that's what the protest was about today. And I think it was a very, very good turnout. So the protest was, well executed. Kristen saying here, Lindelof looking real good. Yeah, no doubt. Jody saying here, boy, I get worried when I see Maguire come. You and every other United fan, boy.
I see they're going to score 3.
In 1 minute,
Exactly.
Kaden saying here, Brighton not winning their 7 games, so you all can relax. We just need 9 points.
Okay.
Richie saying here, Victor looks really good without the 200-pound burden. Way, boy. Hey. Johnny saying here, they're doing a good job for the time being. Seeing our first choices are out with injuries. Yeah, no doubt. Them fellas and them really, really holding the line good. And that's why I asked before, because Luke Shaw doing plenty Martinez things, right? He mightn't be doing it at the same optimum level, but he's doing it pretty well, know. Yeah. And Lindelof not far behind what Veranda's be doing,
Yeah.
So. Aaron saying here, one more proper centre back and the outgoing of Harry Maguire, and we onto something, fellas.
I think we need 2, but yeah.
Joey saying here, whole stream, fellas. Timber incoming, transfer loading. Yeah, he had some talk about this Timber thing.
Martinez and Timber, boy?
Nah, I don't want
But
Nah, but
Timber will be more
right back.
right back, yeah. But also he can play center back as well too.
You're real good.
I hope not for centre back. Well, I guess he might be multitasked, but
But he might start. He might have start with Virgil van Dijk and Nathan Ake for Holland. So
yeah, but he has play in a back three. I mean,
Yeah,
a back
but that's the next thing. There's a back
Now
three.
you good, huh? You're real good.
Yeah.
You're real good. Technical.
yeah,
He kind of like Martinez in a way.
Martinez.
yeah.
But,
I find
You know, them,
maybe I see enough of him, but from what I saw in the World Cup, he looked normal to me. From what I see in the
was
World Cup.
alright back though.
I wasn't that impressed to say, hey, you can be a steal up a deal for us. I wasn't, that impressed.
Yeah. I mean, I would take the position as I was probably thinking the same way. I didn't know what I was getting from Martinez, and he come and I'm in love with him. So,
Yeah.
Darren on the inside, he's saying here the Hair have a great chance to get the Golden Glove.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But Alex Arsenal getting Ramsdale out of the running.
That's Rams bottom, not Ramsdale. That guy's
Joey's saying here, just imagine if Wan-Bissaka had played today, Villa definitely would not have a chance. But Dalot was excellent, eh? Lion is not Ten Hag, he's Fred look-alike. Kidan saying here, Varane won't be up to match fitness or sharpness, so sticking to the centre-back pair we have now, that's the best option. Alright, Alan Lewis on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He said, please don't say Maguire because I will leave this live.
He say Maguire.
And he Satan.
Yeah.
Hey. Jody said here, I played Varane based on the last time we played City. He had handled Haaland good, and he can keep a cool head. Right, so we get a lot of different points of view. It's fair to everybody, man. Simeon on the inside, good night to you. He's saying Shaw and Lindelof look like professionals in the back doing a job. It's commendable, but when you have a powerhouse like Haaland in a final, you'll need Varane. All right. Rishi saying here, Malacia these days keep finding himself out of position, prefer short left back. So there's also a next.
He wasn't bad today, though.
I wouldn't say out of position because the way Ten Hag likes to do is that he likes his wing backs to be midfield.
On the inside. Yeah.
But here is right, fellas, on Malacia. Anybody was surprised Malacia started today because Malacia was how
But what other left backs we got?
Nobody could have played Dalot left and Basaka on the right.
Why Wan-Bissaka wasn't playing today?
I think you asked him to play him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably needed a fit Wan-Bissaka for the Toma next week.
Yeah.
Yo, boy, you see the comments from Matoma and Jack and James Madison about Wan-Bissaka?
Yeah, but here what I'm saying, right? That Japanese, that man he writes some thesis. So he must be writing over some next thing on how to deal with Wan-Bissaka for that game. I ain't playing nothing past here now. And fellas on them studied that football different in Japan.
Eat and drink it.
Yeah. But what let's talk about Malacia performance today, considering he was so poor, previously, and I mean he was responsible for, us conceding some crucial goals.
I find he play well. I see he tackle a man in the box there. I guess scared. That's a kind of bullet tackle.
It was a great tackle though, but I see where you're coming from. I was like, oh Lord. But it was a good tackle, a very good tackle.
Exactly. But he was good. He was good today. He was much better than in this Spurs game.
So I don't have much to say about his performance, to be honest.
But I think it's a matter of him, being allowed to grow in a game, or is it that when he come on, he just be a little more, finding himself, behind, trying to catch up to the pace of the game. Because I agree, he was solid today. I mean, I saw some instances where he was out of position, and I don't know if all remember when he tell himself today, he said, "I'm taking this yellow, you are passing me and he pull on the player."
Yeah.
You understand? So he does find himself out of position. He's get caught out a lot, right? So that is something I'm a little bit concerned about Malacia. He very rash. He probably don't have the timing like the Wan-Bissaka when he finds himself out to get back. but I guess it's something that he could work with. You know, he's a player. He have a lot of qualities that, you know, once it develops, he could turn into a top fullback for us. You know, but I for one was surprised he start. You know, but he didn't disappoint. He didn't disappoint. All right. Kieran saying here, Brighton have us and Arsenal and Newcastle away, and still have City. We don't have to start. Brighton have
Yeah, boy. Stop running there, boy. No doubt he rested heavy for us. If he say, well, when I watch that lineup, I play United recently. I feel like you know, I mean, that team I should aim for.
Yeah, that the only scalp he could aim for. Yeah, apart from
and then it's home too. They're home too.
Nah,
we gotta beat them, but come on.
I can't remember the comment who was talking about, you know, if they win a certain amount of games, there'll be 73 points and whatever. But with that running by, wow.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's all right. That is all right.
Yeah. Anderson saying here, Maguire has become the last talented John O'Shea.
Nah, don't do John O'Shea that.
O'Shea was way better than Maguire.
Way better than Maguire.
I don't get that comment.
And even when John O'Shea had to play centre back, he was way better than Maguire.
Yeah.
And he played midfield, he played right back, he played goalkeeper, he do all kind of things.
No, here this, right? So Anderson, we know he's a man, know your football, right? So please clarify the statement because come 200 here, right? Nigel saying here, didn't Timber and Licha play centre back for Ajax? Yeah.
They play together with like Daily Blind as well too. So
yeah. Simeon saying if you watch Ten Hag lineup today, it was everybody that can maintain possession. Bissaka still not smooth with the ball.
But Bissaka really improve, Shit.
That everybody that can
improve,
I don't know if I agree with this. I don't know if I agree with this fully, but I think the strategy behind today's selection was to get people who could run in behind.
Yeah,
so that's why he went.
I think Wan-Bissaka going forward, he can tell he's improving for sure.
Yeah.
Coordination too. I find him looking way more coordinated because, you know, if you saw watch him and say, nah, he can't be a footballer, you know what I mean? He look like he'll chip on himself and all kind of thing, but no, I find him moving the ball, the man light on his feet. I find him looking decent now.
And he don't show no emotions whatsoever, bro.
Yeah, I find him look well decent now.
Okay, so I see Anderson correcting his statement, so let me get it in context here. So he's saying Maguire has become the least talented John O'Shea.
Well, when I think John O'Shea, I think versatility, as in any where he can.
Check the last comment. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Nah, but O'Shea is a start, man.
No, but you see, in terms of coming on in the last minute to secure a victory.
O'Shea is a start. He used to get a start off then.
Alright.
Why I can't stand on O'Shea shoes? No way.
I mean,
even to come on last minute.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I still struggling to understand hard luck. I'm really struggling to catch on to this one. All right. Kaden saying here, I believe smaller than Maguire.
Yeah, I tell you, by Maguire, and it's not only not good enough. He has demotivated the whole team by.
Yeah.
He demotivated the whole team. He demotivated the fans, and all he's doing is motivating the opposition. Because when the opposition players and fans see him, them face lighten up. The fans chanting all kind of thing. Them get motivation to chant all kind of thing. So that man ain't helping United by in no way. That man not helping we in no way by.
Yeah, no nothing for we.
All he doing is bringing we down. Because when he on the field, rival fans, them get a voice, right?
Yeah.
Opposing players, right? They're excited, they're hopeful, optimistic. Now he gonna do some foolishness. Now I tell you, he not helping United.
I see kick out some balls today. I see this man on his stamp a player. I just look it up for a stamp.
Eric on the inside, he said he also saw Sancho and Bruno had a bit of friction in the first half. Yeah. Nah, Bruno is a real whiner when he ready, you understand? And most of we, play with players like that now, who every time you do something wrong, they always, have something to say. And when them do wrong, and you gotta let us slide now. But I like how Sancho telling me, stop moaning, you know?
Yes, Casemiro and Bruno was talking after the match.
After the game,
Yeah. But I like how this is my thing, I like how players holding each other accountable. It's a difference between when Rashford did tell Maguire off what game that was.
I remember that game. I remember
right? It's a difference between that and how players, holding each other accountable now. Because you see how Casemiro go to Bruno and tell Bruno, hey, why you losing possession in that kind of situation? Just not, and then the hug up. Similarly with Sancho and Bruno. After that, you see Sancho and Bruno, embracing. So I like when players hold each other accountable. I used to hate when nobody is telling nobody nothing and men just doing crap. And we saw it over the past couple of seasons. I like it when I see them kind of things. Hey, relax. Hey, we're doing by it. I like them kind of thing, Once it get toxic, I cool with it. You know? Alan's, and I hope I'm pronouncing your first name correct. Anybody? Alan? Olin?
It could be Alan.
Alan
or Lewis.
Alan Lewis. All right. The world is in other football groups that once Maguire in the team, we play with 10 men.
Boy, that they might have been our group. The whole world know that.
Like common knowledge.
I tell it, like common knowledge.
And what you bet? Ten Hag is such a intellect, Ten Hag make it look as though, well, Maguire, he have the mentality, he was not 100% fit, but he still wanted to be there. And I just kind of stroke, he could become.
In case you need them to play.
Exactly. Because
keep him motivated in some way.
Yeah, because when I attack back with Ollie, once Maguire could walk, Ollie started here. You understand? So Ten Hag know we doing Maguire can well and truly start the game today. Ten Hag not going through that.
No, Ten Hag ain't going through that. I tell you, Ten Hag ain't breaking that. Ten Hag not breaking that. And we talked that his last review?
Yeah,
last review, or even the review before that. Because remember we talk about if he that, well, I guess Maguire wasn't around for the last game, so he had no choice, but still.
He was in
Nah. Yeah, but Ten Hag ain't doing that. Ten Hag leaving that just so. Show all enough for the breakdown.
Yeah.
And then he might still do so, see Maguire, and then still watch back to see who else it now.
You might start Wan-Bissaka at the center.
Yeah, you want to play football again? You're on the bench here, a player down. The coach watch by you, you get hopeful, and he come back and you see what's it. Hey, yeah.
Woo! Watch me. After that, you just had to think. You had to consider changing profession, dog. After that, you had to be like, nah, this ain't making no sense, boy.
Yeah.
Now just saying here, you also the meme with Ten Hag giving Harry instructions. Essentially, the meme said, "This is our keeper. Don't score him, man."
Saw that.
Eric said here there has been a hypothetical debate lately on Twitter that Van Persie is better than Harry Kane. What do you guys think? Who's better? Harry Kane by. Harry Kane.
Hey, nah, boy, Van Persie was bad too, boy. You see what Harry Kane have over Van Persie is I don't know if it's reliability or dependability or the.
Both of us get injured.
But I think Harry Kane are more reliable, boy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I go say Harry Kane and I going past the whole reliability thing, right? Harry Kane practically carrying the Spurs team in there, boy. He taught in that team and he back him. And it's because of Harry Kane's ability to drop deep. I watching the game today. And I was
talking about Sanchez too, Right, let's say we said about Sanchez when he was at Arsenal too, But go ahead.
All right, fair. But I looking at what Harry Kane just do. Now, Van Persie, don't get me wrong, the man was a brilliant striker, clinical finisher. But I just feel like Hurricane have more to his game
overall
than
yeah.
than Van Persie, and on
And
top
then
of it,
then Van
he could
Persie
still
was a heavy
score.
left foot too, eh? Van
Yeah,
Persie
and
was
then
heavy left foot.
and Hurricane could still score. Hurricane scored with 2 foot. He had it. Listen, I just find Hurricane was more complete, and I just find he better. That and it's just based on that, you know. But taking nothing away from how good Van Persie was, eh?
Yeah.
Currently, I take him Van Persie because Van Persie won us a Premier League, so that's all. But I'm not against Hurricane.
Yeah.
Says the fella who wants Ocean.
Yeah, I want Osman.
Wait, what Hurricane too?
Man, if we get both of them, right now it could be 50 mil and Martial for Hurricane.
Why did you have to put Martial name inside there for?
Fair.
Like all I
The
want to
review
know.
was going good, and the review was going.
Next thing about the review.
That's something I was really missing from the review, and I now realize what.
No, but fellas, my last.
And
my
nobody
last
in the
point
comment,
before-
nobody in the comment just said that talk about that. I'm surprised.
No, but fellas, what this thing getting proper annoying, and real annoyed because VAR and the referees like they being extra. It's like a man had to get jump kick and blood had to be flowing before we could get certain calls and I'm talking about penalties because Rashford get thrown in the box, right, and nothing, but Konsa get pushed down, less of a touch from Sabitzer, and the referee call a foul.
Yeah, not even a push.
I don't understand this thing because that and I can't even remember if they sent it to VAR to check. Did they?
No.
No, VAR doesn't look. VAR doesn't come. It was in the penalty area. So VAR would have look at it. I think
No, but
Michael
sometimes-
VAR say was VAR today.
No, but and they say sometimes if VAR looking at it, the referee go stop the game, and then
No.
they go,
No, that'll be them just review it while the game going on and tell the referee now nothing to look at while the game going on.
nah, boy, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous because I be honest with you, right? If the referee call it a penalty, then VAR there would have been no what they call it?
Yeah,
No-
something with doubt.
yeah.
Some doubt. Yeah.
And the penalty would have stand.
Yeah, without reasonable doubt or reasonable
Yeah.
doubt or whatever it is.
Right. And that penalty that stands. So I don't
Yeah.
understand why we're not getting the rubber green with these calls because it's not the first time, it's not the second time and I could go down the line.
No money. No money.
Nah, but that was definitely a penalty. Right? And for me, it's the least Rashford can get for how hard he walked today. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Nah, Rashford walking, boy.
Yeah, the man walked real hard. Listen, I saw a comment on Twitter, and the comment was like, "This was the best 5 out of 10 performance from Rashford he ever
5
seen."
out of 10?
And I couldn't
5 out of 10?
I couldn't agree with it. No, but understand what you say.
Yeah, he was
Right?
terrible at the front.
He wasn't Rashford wasn't good, but he walked
was
hard for the
terrible.
team. So that way he said this was the
Well, he
best
was
5 out of 10 I see.
Well,
Yeah, he said this was the
well,
best
that's
5 out of 10 I see
fancy.
Rashford play.
Well,
And I couldn't agree with him more
But that-
because I find
yeah.
Rashford, even though he didn't really produce much of what you would expect, the man
But
worked
I
half the
find
team.
I
boy.
find 5 out of 10 harsh. Because that chance what Martinez would have saved with his leg. Was a decent chance. It's just Martinez would have was lucky. And then even the chance for Bruno to score was off a Rashford. So I would think could have been more clinical. I think 5 out of 10 harsh. But I understand the point.
My whole issue was with this team playing today is that we got caught offside so many times.
yeah.
Trying to run.
No, but for me,
That was his tactic.
that's the thing.
That-
Yeah,
the tactic.
and with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
tactic,
high,
the
yeah.
likelihood of offsides could be high.
Yeah.
You know.
It's been real high, but we needed somebody to take down that ball in front there, man.
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing Marshall on top there because we have a better control. But
I
But
think.
Mings and them coming out to
Might
kick down
again.
Martial too. Mings and them
it's
wild.
again, Judge, so, yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Ten Hag watching that Brighton game. Ten Hag watching that Brighton game. but-
Actually, watching that Brighton game.
Um.
God,
Alan?
how heavy Brighton rotated yesterday. Must watch.
Yeah. Alan saying here, Levy only releasing Kane for nothing less than 120.
You can't sell him for so much, man, because
Real next thing Real Madrid come knocking.
Next season is what the last.
He wants to stay in the Prem, from what we understand.
He wants to stay in the Prem.
Anyway, fellas, so I mean, today was a good day. I bounced back, and I made a comment in at the start of the program. Only realized we never lose 2 games on the bounce.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say so.
No, but that's
long may
be,
continue.
but that's gonna be real impressive, you know. That's gonna be real our ability to bounce back now, boy. That's gonna be real impressive, boy. We never lose 2 games on the bounce this season.
No, I
lose
have a
that third game. You know next game you're gonna win. That's how it used to be.
Yeah, I tell you, I have a different kind of blow dry, modern day blow dry treatment in that. I'm telling you. Men who didn't work hard enough come in and get double the amount.
Yeah. And that modern day blow dryer, Nico. You know, sometimes when United losing under Fergie, you used to see Fergie was pissed, so you know that blow dryer can make real noise. But it's like Ten Hag, he won't just be silent now, boy. You know, because you see him stand on the side and he has hand here. But when he reaches the dressing room, you know.
Explode, boy.
That's true.
And then too, he dropping, man. When you're not good, when they play the foot, he dropping here. He not playing. Malasia lucky he got again today.
Well, that wasn't.
Malasia gets
and it's sure,
after some year, he gets sick and he don't even see
I tell you, last time he gets sick.
He gets sick.
Stop see.
Another thing is that I don't think we've ever lost a game with Bruno, Ericsson, and Casemiro in midfield.
That's our next thing too.
Which is quite interesting, I must say. I think Ericsson is the weaker link, is the weakest link out of all 3. But
Ericsson didn't look so bad today.
I find Ericsson was decent today.
Ericsson was poor today.
No.
I didn't see the entire game, but I find he wasn't that bad.
I find he wasn't good.
There was a chance he could have passed to Rashford and he shoot. You know, I find this Jamaican could have been better, but I don't find he was that bad.
The standards that I hold for Ericsson, based on obviously his heart condition at his age, Ericsson didn't live up to
that. That thing fool you. That hard thing not to my football ability or nothing. That hard thing is a T-Fed thing. That is a T-Fed thing. He got
art reactor right now, so.
That's a T-Fed thing.
Aston Lynch on the inside, thanks for joining, man. Alan saying here, the reason why VAR has been against us is that since we began to get close to second place, and whispers of Manchester United having a chance of winning the league, then we got shafted in the Southampton game. Yeah, but they know that against we. Even in Europe too.
We need more money.
I was saying the first 2 games. That's Brighton and Brentford. But since then, because them 2 games Maguire play, and then Ten Hag realized.
We stop calling Maguire games then.
The first two games what he referring to?
Brighton at the season, Brighton and Brentford.
Now when Ten Hag was catching the link, he was catching the link after
that he realized certain things they working and nice that.
Yeah. Martinez will get dropped.
Yeah. Kaden saying here when Bruno Casemiro, Ericsson start, they don't lose. Yes, I think Phil was saying that.
Oh, perfect.
Right. And Anderson saying here, which will be too much to pay for 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Listen, age, 30 can't get about 3 or 4 good seasons, but and that 120 could be well worth it. Trust me. Yeah. Right? So fellas, we had a good day today. Again, I was talking about, we ability to bounce back. We've been doing it. I really hope that we don't need any bounce back. That we will be motivated and driven, to finish the season strong. We can't afford to drop most of the points again now, especially for the FA Cup game. Because after that, we have nothing to bounce back on. Right?
Ganacho back soon?
You in trainer?
Yeah. Training with the team.
Ganacho got a kid on the way as well too, boy.
Okay.
How old he is? 17 or something, in?
About 18.
Well, 18 or 19, bruv.
18 wins 19. Yeah.
Well, that's going off the pitch too, bro.
Yeah, well, he's celebrating signing his new contract, his new contract with the club. He's here until 2028. You know, so that was some good news, you know, that we were able to tie him down. You know, also that Ten Hag not allowing him to go to the under 20, right? Ten Hag moving brutal, right?
Well, I mean,
Staying here.
if the guy's idol is still CR, and you want to have about 7 kids, you gotta start sometime, right? So
Start young, ain't?
yeah.
Yeah. So fellas, let me get some closing thoughts now, Nico.
Yeah, good day at the office again at Old Trafford Fortress. And let me keep going. Short and sweet.
That Brighton game will be a tough one, but we just have to stick together as a team.
When we got there, Brighton?
Tuesday is Wednesday. Wednesday or Tuesday?
Nah,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check it now. When we play Brighton.
Well, checking it
I thought it
out.
was next week. I thought it was next weekend.
Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
It's Thursday. Okay.
Tuesday.
I can work with that.
A week, yeah.
Closing thoughts. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we at the business end of the season. It's all about results. We are getting the results. We got 3 points today. As some of the guys in the comments said, we need about 9 or 11 points to lock off top 4. And hey, Ten Hag would have had a very good season if he locks off top 4, and we move on to Brighton on Thursday. Hopefully 3 points, and we move.
Even a draw on Thursday wouldn't be a bad result, eh?
But where is it at their home?
Away.
Yes.
Away. Yeah.
Away.
It'll be a
Right
tough
now,
one.
Yeah, so even a draw. If we get a win, we definitely taking it. You know what I mean? We taking it and running, but a draw is not the worst result because we have been poor at Brighton over the last few seasons. Eh? Last season, how much we get in our next game? About 5 or 6. So this month
We didn't get 6. It was 5. It was 5, I think.
Wait, it was more, yeah. Hey.
But Brighton has always been, you know, the better team when we play them over the past couple of seasons.
You remember when I first came up, I think we got like 5-3 or something like that. The Maria.
By embarrassment, boy.
Yeah,
That was Leicester. That wasn't
Nah.
Brighton.
That was Brighton South.
Brighton was wrong in that time?
Yes, there was. Yes.
Nice. All right.
That's why them the tweet are bad.
That's them always doing that, boy. That'll be a tough game. Our joys not the worst result.
Yeah. Final comment going to Kaden here. He's saying tomorrow we getting news about the sale of the club. Hope for the best. Yeah. Everybody's saying that, boy. You know, and more than likely, we may have a show on that, right? So stay tuned, keep posted, right?
Maybe Tuesday. I will see.
Yeah, so fellas, it was nice. Nico, Phil, Lion, thanks for joining those in the comments. Thanks again. You know, don't forget to check us out on YouTube, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, so see you all on the next one, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.